What's going on? We have another cold steel to talk about. And when I did the cold steel video recently on the Voyager, I talked about the cold steel that I used to carry. And again, I don't remember exactly if this was the Voyager model. I don't know. But this was the one I carried for quite a while. And I thought this was the bomb. What more did I need at that point? You can see I gave it some wear and tear. And the serrated part got a lot of use. And just, I loved a Tonto even way back then before I even knew much about knives. So just thought I'd pull that out of the safe and bring it out before we talk about this American Lawman version, which is one that I always kind of was intrigued about on their website and in their catalogs. This is from Alex, from the Alex's Knives and Such channel. Link down below, all that good stuff. So I'm super excited that he sent this along. Now, it does take some wrist. Okay, it's a backlock. It's just going to take a little bit of wrist, but the ergos on this thing are fantastic. You can choke up. You can hold it normal. I mean, it just locks in your hand. Now, I normally like a little bit more thickness. Even this one had a little more thickness, or, my Hellraisers, things like that. But because of the ergonomics, the finger choil here, just the way it fits in the hand is fantastic. These are like $80 on Amazon right now. And I'll put an Amazon affiliate link down below just in case anybody is curious. Check one of these out. This one is a user. Alex has used it. I cut up some cardboard with it the other day, so it's got some marks on the blade. Some of those can just be, kind of wiped off and make it look, kind of good as new again-ish. But for this type of a knife, this is one that you're going to want to use. So who cares if it's got some marks on the blade, right? I mean, I don't know. This is more of a user knife, something you're going to carry every day and something you're going to use. This particular one is S35VN. It's made in their Taiwan facility. Nice G10 scales, nice pocket clip. It is a reversible pocket clip, although if it's angled down, when you flip it over, it's going to be angled up a little bit, which would be a little bit odd for the left-handed guys, but okay. I don't know if you can order a left-handed clip from Cold Steel or not. Maybe that's a thing. I don't know. Closes great. It almost goes without wrist. I mean, give it a little bit of wrist and there you go. Lockbacks are not my favorite. I talk about the Spyderco Delica all the time and how it's too small, but it's relatively basically the same thickness. But because it's so small, kind of in this dimension, that it just feels very small in the hand. Now, granted, it is smaller than the American Lawman, but because of that narrow handle of the Delica, it just really doesn't work great in my hand. You may have different size hands. It may feel better or worse in your hands than mine. But let's talk about the specs on this thing because it's pretty cool. It's 4 3/4, just a hair over 8 inches, 3.3-inch blade with a 3.07 cutting edge, 0.027 behind the edge, 0.132 blade thickness, S35 as I mentioned, 4.2 ounces. Okay, overall thickness is 0.397. So 4.2 ounces. Based on the Hellraiser video I did recently on the brass one, we know that the Hellraiser is 4.4 ounces. So it's very comparable here. Totally different. Not even trying to compare the two necessarily. But if you're a fan of the Hellraiser at 4.4 ounces, you're going to be a fan of this American Lawman. This is very Sebenza-ish. Runs on phosphor bronze. super smooth, great, just, slow roll out and use. You can close it one-handed because it will drop when you unlock it. Give it some shakes. There you go. Fits great in and out of the pocket. There's some texturing here, but not enough to hang up in your pocket with the clip. I don't know. All around, I think this is really this is a great grab and go knife. This will work in pretty much any situation. Anything that you can throw at it, this is going to take. So we did a quick size comparisons with the Delica, the normal Sharpie, the Hellraiser, since we pulled it out earlier. Since we're talking, we're not talking about it, but I'm going to bring it out anyway. The VC Edge interface, who Jason from VC Edge is going to be the next guest on the EDC Hour with Dirk and Alex on Sunday, June 12th at 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And here's my other Cold Steel, the Gunsight version, as a size comparison. And this thing was a workhorse. I carried this for many years, and it just was awesome. And this one, like I said, is something I've wanted to check out for a long time. So, Alex, thank you very much. And all you guys, if anybody's got one of these, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I absolutely love it. I think for $80, this is going on my budget affordable list. I mean, speaking of that, this has been my go-to recommended budget knife. The Kubi KB237. D2 blade, G10 scales. It's a flipper. It's about $50-something now. These are going up a little bit, $50-$60. This one, $80. It's not a flipper and it's not a liner lock. It's got the back lock. It has S35 is definitely a better steel than the D2. No question. The scales, this is going to be a little bit beefier in the hand. Still can choke up. But I don't know, guys. I may have to start recommending this. If you're in that sub 100 range, you can't really go wrong with either of these. But I don't know. I'm going to put them at 50-50. If you've got $80, which would I recommend? I might recommend the Lawman. I think it's a great knife. If you're into Tontos, then this is a better budget option because it's got the Tonto blade and it's a flipper. A little more, I'm not going to say better, but mainstream, because flipper frame locks, flipper liner locks are the in craze, if you will. Lockbacks are considered to be old school and outdated and whatnot. I don't know that that's true. I think both blade shapes are super utilitarian and have different uses, but I don't think you can go wrong with either of these. So let me know your thoughts. If you've got either of these or both, let me know your choice. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.